In this video, I would like to talk about barriers to entry into lending in Africa especially. It's because there are two reasons for this short talk. First of all, often I was asked by many different people from many areas, "Hey Costa, what about barriers to entry into conducting lending in Africa by ourselves? How easy is etc, etc." And the second reason for this, that it's not so unclear how to get there and is this useful or not. That's why I decided to clarify. It's because we do have some proper experience. We are developing a project around lending for 2 years, and I performed many trips to Ghana especially. That's why I definitely understand the landscape. First of all, you definitely need to have a local physical presence. It's almost impossible to conduct this sort of very local business from abroad or with no physical presence. That's why you will need to go there to the country you want to work in and do many things by yourself literally from the beginning. As soon as you got established your entity on the ground, let's take for instance Ghana as an example, or Nigeria, doesn't matter, the local authority will require you to get licensed. This is another challenge. Yeah, some of people could find out that it's possible to get and obtain quite easily with a low-cost license called Tier 4 license in Ghana to perform only lending business with small loans. Yes, this is possible, but again it will require time and some sort of money. As soon as you've got your establishment on the ground, you put your feet on the ground, you hired some employees, you've obtained a license, the next challenge and the next barrier is going to be: how are you going to attract your customers, to whom you will lend your money out, and you will need borrowers. It involves the second topic as your marketing budget and how you will establish your recognition and reputation on the local market. This is a crucial thing to consider. Then you could expect that as a new lending house you will experience probably high level of defaults. At that stage, you will need to build or to find a good loan recovery partner. And it's not too obvious, it's because usually all of these recovery companies or consultants, they will ask for money in advance as soon they would like to deal with you, for you, behalf of you, with your default people. This is another challenge, this is another barrier to entry into lending market. Then you combining all of the things I mentioned, all of these steps and things require a much higher budget. That's why you could see just to try, your try will cost you, let's say, few months, let's say from 6 to 12, maybe to 18 months to try, and how much again it will cost you. It's a question, and this question you must ask yourself: are you willing to try to burn up to $500,000, $1 million of pounds to try to conduct your lending business with no guarantee or not? This is a big question mark on this question. And then, as soon as you will get the whole strategy tailored and understood clearly, the last question probably to answer is: what is your exit strategy? How would you like to deal with this business? Are you going to keep the business for decades, or you are aiming to exit it before, I don't know, your retire age? Yeah, it depends. and to conduct the business successfully, especially within the new region, you have to be very well connected on the ground and have a strong vision to whom potentially you would like to sell your initiative. I'll tell you a story of a friend of mine. His name is Alex. He established his online lending business in Nigeria, but when we got in touch with him after a year or two, his entry to the country, to the market, he offered me to purchase his business and put his initiative in Nigeria as a part of my own initiative. But I had to reject his offer, because at that time I wasn't at a position to purchase that kind of lending business, and moreover I still not to be at a position to purchase the lending business. It's because as my initiative called Money Zebra, what we decided to build is let's say a sort of a pool of investment opportunities, and for any foreign to Africa companies, it's possible to get to the platform, register, sign up, deposit as tiny amount as you wish. Let's say you could start with £2,000, £5,000, and use the platform as a proxy. It's because the platform provides a license to issue loans on the ground. Also, it's a good piece of tech. Also, it has a solid legal framework that allow almost any foreign company to lend through us any portion of money, even £20, to a local business or individual. And the next pillar, we have a very rapid, very fast money remittance services. It means the platform could take your £20 and in 3 seconds your loan will be delivered to the borrower in Ghana. Either the borrower has a mobile wallet or bank account, doesn't matter, the platform provides all of these. It means if you would like to try just to touch the water and understand how will the lending will work for you if you have some spare capital, this is exactly the opportunity with no entry cost and with no barriers to enter into lending market in Africa, and try how will you perform, and if everything will go okay after 1 to 3 years of your personal experience at lending, you could consider going alone by yourself to conduct and to touch the primary lending market or secondary lending market in Africa by yourself. But really, try to use the tech before you will invest massively. Thanks.